Fucking joking. Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. That's right, friends. Once again, I have returned to you with another live stream. How exciting. I'm sure you'll all agree. It is Monday, and my scent of the day, my scent of the day is tobacco oud. How are we? I hope you're all well. I hope you're all doing fine. I'm well. I'm doing fine. What is happening? Are you okay? Tell me, everybody, what is your scent of the day? How are we, everybody? I am at home alone because Mother Duck is in hospital. She had a procedure today and they are keeping her in tonight, as was the plan. So I have the house to myself. Terrible news though, spent half the day at home in a power cut. That's not very funny. So oh dear. I hope you're all okay. I need to I got an arrival today actually. I got this motherfucking Gorilla Glue and I am going to glue, maybe on stream, my Filippo Sorcinelli cap. Welcome, Pradeep. Yes, the power is back. How are you? The power has returned, thank God. I'm going to say hello. Welcome, DMS, Dropout, Paroli, Stuart, Dushan, Spy and Mash, Juro, Christina, Paroli. I'm not eating a succulent Chinese meal. I've been rubbing shoulders with Madonna. I won't go anywhere near Madonna. You see the state of her face. Yes, my vintage Nokia. That needs to go in the bin, to be fair. It is defunct. Stuart Maber's wearing Rose de Jamal. Is that from the samples I sent you? I was debating wearing tobacco oud and tents this morning, says Paroli. I wore tobacco oud just generally. My mother's okay. I need to speak to her. I'll give her a ring after the stream. PK. Flavor Sauce. Ryan. Where is this cat? This cat is not mine. It actually belongs to Richie G. More specifically, it belongs to Richie G's wife. It is her baby. I asked her if I could lend the cat to keep me company. She said no. She said no. I will also be super gluing my kerosene label back on today. But what I need to do first is I need to scrape all this shit off the back of it. As you can see, it's no good if I try and super glue with that bit of paint on. Flavor Source is wearing Neil of Amir. Antonio. Looks like Parfum Damalia bringing out another Tiger clone. Perseus. Fuck them. Antonio, welcome. Rumpelstiltskin given extended ban for Dushan. Christina, she'll be fine. She'll be alright tomorrow. I've got to go and pick her up at 10 o'clock. Welcome, Mohammed. You are wearing Japan Noir. Ooh, jealous. Welcome, Pradeep. Welcome, Ryan. It's a sillage like on the Gorilla Glue. About found out. Haven't even opened it yet. Can't smell it through the package. Could be about to get a bit Larry in here if I start sniffing the glue. You know, there's the kniff. I just need to scrape this shit off the back of the metal plate before we get going. Oh, there's some wax on this here knife. My narghile candle is dead. It has finally used all of its wax, all of its goodness. Get off. Get off. There it is. So, hope she will be fine. A nice duck home alone, scent of the day. I am great. Might as well do kerosene follow bottle while you're at it. That's exactly. That glue smells good, says Dushan. I prefer Tipex thinner, personally. There's the voice of experience right there. I had to entertain myself today, so I went to the auction, which was fun. Had a look around because it was just the viewing day. That was good. So I am doing a stream to keep my mind off the fact that my mother is in hospital and to talk to all of you. Newcastle have been threatening to sell all of their best players. Well, I say their best players. They've been threatening to sell all of their older players. But that's life, unfortunately. What can we do? Oof, this fucking plate's putting up a bit of a fight. More of a Sharpie man. Yeah, I remember the old Sharpies used to get you wrecked as fuck. I'm sure I didn't like them because they could give you that dodgy frozen lung thing. Was it frozen lung? Or just stop your heart or something? I always think Filippo Socinelli's look pure gothic. What, like he does as a person, or? I can't be doing that, otherwise it's going to slip and stab us. Treachery. Get off. Nastiness. Live gluing. I'm not missing this. Rich, don't flub this. I'm sure I won't flub it. No ghosts tonight? No. The ghosts have been, I mean, it's been windy today, but the ghosts haven't been out in force. Welcome, John. I've got a scalpel as well, which are really handy for shit like this, but they blunt really quickly. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. So, what have you all been up to? Did you have a nice Sunday? I streamed yesterday and it was fun. Streamed on my gaming channel, which is what I want to do on a Sunday. Fucking glue. You can see exactly where he's applied the glue to stick it on, like. Welcome, Carl. Handyman, that's right. Like a... I don't know what you would describe it as. Howdy, Audrey Jane. Oh. This glue will not come off. Audrey Jane, my package was delivered today. Unfortunately, not to me. It's delivered to some fucker. I need to go and find who it was delivered to. I think it was my neighbour, who has not been around. I hope he has not stolen my seal. Have you bought any more today? No, not today. I've been... I was in bed earlier. And I had a couple of phone calls I had to deal with this morning. Well, one of them was unsolicited, kind of. The other one was solicited, but I forgot all about it. Had to rush from one end of the fucking country to the other. Is Wider Turkey that good then? I love it. I love it. Smells like... Smells like... What's it smell like? It smells like M7, the Mandarin in it. It smells like M7. Let's just clear a nice little path so you don't come unstuck. There we go. Okay, now for some motherfucking glue. It could have been the horse who stole your package. I would have been bloody surprised if it was the horse that stole my package. Unimpressed. Surprised and unimpressed. Okay, Gorilla Glue. Prepare. All surfaces should be clean and dry. Busy duck today, that's right. Paroli's Tour de Hermes Autre Fresh should arrive tomorrow. Where did you drive to? I've got a Mam car now, a big old Ford. Oh, a big old Ford. What kind of Ford? Did you get rid of the Range Rover? I drove from Newcastle to a place called Hexham. I went from one hospital at 7:30 to another hospital at 9. And the nurse was like, hi. And I was like, hi. I was like, well, no, I guess where I've been. I was like, been to Newcastle Hospital. She was like, why? I was like, to drop off Mother Duck, of course. Let me see right here. What is your game? Okay. Prepare. Apply. Squeeze tube gently at crimped end to dispense product slowly through nozzle. Do not apply too much pressure. Apply adhesive to each surface to be bonded. Best results achieved when applied at room temperature. Whoa there! I think this thing just squeezed itself. Okay. You have a little glue. There you are. Alright. Okie dokie. Stop now. Okay, so I now need to put this down. And stick. Ooh, that does smell strong. Good Lord. I mean, it's not the straightest thing I've ever seen, but it's better than nothing. I think I'm just going to leave that there. Okay. Now, to stick this, huff it. I do. I have. I couldn't help but huff it. Oh, it was huffed. Okie dokie. Now. Plop. Okay. And in you go. Okie dokie. So you go on there and then put the lid back on if you can. Come on now, Richard, do not fuck this up with your stupid internal monologue. Let's see. Sorry, friends, you're seeing me at my very worst here. I'm reading a novel all about perfume. How novel. Lol, get it? Wow, the prices are going through the roof. What of? Let me catch up with the chat. Sorry, I was doing work there. I'm not the handiest of men, as you may or may not have guessed. I'm not the world's handiest of men. I don't know where to put this. I don't want it to fucking destroy anything. I'll put you there. Right, you behave yourself, by God. Right, let's have a look. What's the chat saying? Oh, do not put it on my lips. This bottle reminds me of Star Wars. Which one? I don't want to put that in the bin yet because it's got glue on it. Ooh. Really, what I should have done is I should have got in touch with John Pegg and said, hey, what kind of glue do you use to glue your bottle? See what he said, you know? I mean, it hasn't set at all yet, like, none of it. Don't taste it, I'll try not, although it is tempting. Okay. So I'm just gonna let this settle for a bit. And there's that bottle. There we go, my handiwork. Good evening, Sadudin. Can't believe you read the instructions, just wang some on and hope for the best. Well, that is usually my technique, I must admit. I do, but I had a sample that really grew on me over time. Speaking of kerosene and coffee notes, anyone here of Jacques Bogart de Vries from circa 1982, says PK. Well, food absinthe today. Galen has a great video on it. He's probably deleted it, the swine. I will not put it on my lips, Audrey Jane. Yes, it smells. Field will be contaminated. Duchamp has 2 bottles. Do you know how many gorillas they have to put down to get a bottle of that? I'd be surprised if it was more than 8. Sounded interesting, John. You tincture a gorilla. Rich didn't like Zonka. Still doesn't. It's called Perfume by Patrick Suskind. I'm interested, hard to find for a decent price. I didn't like Zonka either at first. The opening is harsh. Yeah, it's just awful. Audrey, there's a film and I've been meaning to watch it. Flavor Source, Vintage Timbuktu, still my #1 artisan, and I really like Sevilla La Lobe. I don't believe I've just got in the kitchen and missed all the excitement, says Nick. Cecile is my favourite perfume I own. Pep is my twin. Cecile. The book is fantastic, very thrilling. I haven't watched it, but I can't put it down. The lighting's really good. It takes 24 hours for the glue to firmly cure. Oh. Someone sent me a survey and is now asking that I fucking commit to fucking filling it in. They want to sod off and mind their business. I'll fill in your survey when I'm good and ready. Oh. It takes 24 hours for the glue. It says it does it in seconds on the back of the package. Dodgy package. Oop, there it is. Contains xylene and ethyl benzene. Oh, wow, it certainly smells like it does. For maximum bonding strength, wait approximately 2 minutes before joining surfaces. For repositional bonding strength, wait approximately 1 minute. Oh, well, that wasn't very fucking clever, was it? Allow a minimum of 24 hours for a full cure. Oh, wait, fuck off. Cure time may increase with lower temperatures and or when used on non-porous surfaces. After each use, wipe nozzle clean with a dry cloth and replace cap tightly. Store in a cool, dry place away from children and animals. Wipe uncured adhesive with a dry cloth and clean with acetone, isopropyl alcohol, or citrus-based solvents according to the manufacturer's instructions. Cured adhesive may be removed by scraping from surface. Paintable when fully cured. Right, so I should have waited a couple of minutes before I actually stuck them together, so cheers for that. Oopsie daisy. Only you. Right. Don't get glue in your hair, Rich. I wouldn't. Chance would be a fine fucking thing. I'm not sure if English is your first language, but it's translated from German. Some grammatical errors due to translation. I can send you a decant of Traverse de Bosphore. I already prepared one for Ramsay. Susan, that sounds very kind of you, and I'd happily pay you. No need for pay. Evening, doll. How are you? Audrey, I barely speak English. Your English is better than mine, I'm sure. That is not on straight at all, is it, really? Let's be frank. So you're telling me I'm going to have to leave this for 24 hours? I can't leave shit for 24 hours. I can't do anything. I might order some surge samples from eBay. Any standouts that hold up in their modern formulation? Pass. I haven't really smelled that many of them. What are you gluing? A YouTube award? No, it is my bottle of Follow by Kerosene and my cap of Filippo Sorcinelli. Max 40 can try his hardest, but I'd never have felt that he is part of Fragcom. He's like a robot. He's an unusual character. There's something very... You know when humans can just tell... You know how AI, isn't quite perfect? There's something... It's good, but it's not... It's just off. You can always tell, you know? You can always tell when something's, not... that's why people call, Max 40 the vampire, kind of a bit undead, you know? A bit undead. Max 40 is to do with the Matrix. He's like Mr. Smith. Any section door surge worth testing? What's that? I don't know what that is, Product Matt. Oh! Sold a bottle of Monsieur last night. Somebody contacted me at 10 o'clock and they were like, hi. If I buy this, can you get it to me by... Wednesday? And I said, I certainly can if you buy it now. And so I did today. They bought it and I sent it first class, signed for, tracked, 24. All the shebang. Cost nearly a tenner, like. Max Headroom. Oh God, Max Payne. There's actually a footballer called Max Power. Any recommendations for a nice spring summer scent that isn't just a bunch of lemon and citrus with some musk? Loads. Cologne Officinale for me. I love that shit. Fuck me. Do you know, in any other year that could have been number one in my top 10 pickups of 2022. Fabulous. Not my name, Duchan, just some random thing. my scent today was Leonard Perfume, which is absolutely unicorn fragrance to me. So this made me asking myself this question about Derby. Derby's pretty great. It's very hard to find. £10 piece, says Audrey Jane. It'll take them until next Wednesday to open the parcel, says Nick. Nick has obviously received a parcel from me at some point in the past. Because I do like to wrap my parcels, do I not, Audrey Jane? You need to find the missing herd. It's dark and they are stranded with no food or water. Oh no. My seal, I bought a Schliech seal, and it's gone to my neighbours, I think. I hope it's gone to my neighbours. Otherwise, it's just completely disappeared. I think they're going to get rid of that line, Pradeep, says Giro. No surprise there. Nobody seems to care. Those are the black and gold bottles. Oh, fuck me. They're so expensive. Les Inobla. Bleh. One of them. Fuck. They're like 400 quid for... Is it 50 or 100 mil? I did get the Joram set. Thank you, Tim. I haven't even opened it yet. But it'll go into the rotation for sample sets to be sampled. The amount of samples I've got lurking about. Patal, I would go for Cologne Aficionale by Healy. It's very different. It's very dry. It's soapy. It's a little vintage smelling. It's fantastic. It's very different from than your musky citrus. It's like burger musk, basically. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Duck is Neo. Wah wah. I think they're going to get rid of that line. You need to find the missing herd. Eugene's reaction to Vanilla Van, I watched it like 5 times in a row. He captured the feeling of being a frag head there. Whatever happened to Brandon, who did Therapeutic Fragrance Channel, says the Swanwood. Welcome, Swanwood. That is a good question, which I would like to know the answer to. Excuse me. I would like to know the answer to that question myself. He just dropped off. I think he got a bit worried that people were watching him. He thought Sarah McCartney was out to get him. Spaced out, you tried it. I've had 2 off you, Rich. Would that be James Healy? Might pick up a sample. So, yes. So, I find Vinay Havan a bit too heavy and sweet. Well, I've got the Absolute now. I've had 2 off you. You can buy more if you feel like it. I find Vinay Havan a bit too heavy and sweet. Hello, Rich. Welcome, Fosco. Went to the perfume counter today and tried a bunch of new items. Currently wearing Heaven Can Wait. What do you think about it? The Duck's parcels are like past the parcel. You have to remove so many layers. It turns into a game if you have the radio on. He was based in Portland. That's where he was. Brandon did seem a bit paranoid towards the end. Maybe he was being harassed. I don't know that he was actually being harassed, but he certainly felt like he was being harassed. You know? You might be in for a surprise by the other Heelys. Some are I've smelled a few. I must admit, I have smelled a few, and not all of them were massive winners. A few of them were. I mean, bloody hell. If I even buy one perfume from a bunch of samples these days, it's a win. You know? No, I believe he was based in Portland. Shibra Azural by Les Indomitables would do great in the summer, says Carl. Looking to try Voyages Imaginaires. It's a house created by Isabelle Doyen and Camille Goutal, so can't be bad, can it? Probably not. Dolce & Gabbana Pour Homme can be a great spring and summer fragrance. The one with the yellow colour, yes. Ooh, heavy breathing, says Flavour. Do you like that flavour sauce? Ghosts do seem to have left us alone. Rich search Chongqing Drive. Yeah, Chongqing's an incredibly massive place. It looks like it's from a video game. I would love to visit China, but I would get lost from how many people are there. China's got loads of cities that have got like 50 and 60 million people living in that you've never heard of. I do know a bit about China and Chinese history. Not a lot. Like, I'm not some kind of expert at all. That's not what I'm saying. But I love Chinese history. It's really interesting. It's an incredible culture. Chongqing's in the southwest, I want to say. And it is it's the fucking, that's the thing. When you've got a communist state, though, you can just build infrastructure like there's no tomorrow, because you don't have to worry about people's feelings, you know. It's a one party state. What are you gonna do? Who are you gonna complain to? If they decide to fucking evict you and your family and just fucking build if they just want to build like a fucking road through where you live, get the fuck out and fuck the fuck off, or we'll kill you, you know. I know what happened to Brandon. Life got in the way. Well, I hope he's all right. Some Helio really weird. Nick is wearing Beau de Jour. So what's your favourite leather fragrance? Derby by Guerlain. The purple juice of Iris de Nuit Iris de Nuit tempts me to sample. Rumpelstiltskin, it would be hard to stalk from where it's based. However, I don't imagine you are to his taste. However, better watch out if you have a lippy pout. What we chain is firing out some motherfucking poetry. Apparently Healy's Mont Fraîche lasts for 30 minutes. Not on me. Did you try the extra of Absolute Vanille Havane? Thoughts? I did. I don't want to say it's pointless, but I'm yet to see the point. Do you know what I mean? It's I would love to smell Ambre Supreme. No Les Indomitables in my country. If I were a sample set, customs will charge €45 tax. Aye. Japan is also a superpower too, especially the quality of their products are top tier, says Bjorn. China is running out of young people due to their one-child policy of the past. We're all running out of young people. I can tell you, places like Saudi and stuff like that have got the young populations. That's, people say it like in America and stuff like that. America, Britain, like, why are they allowing all these immigrants in? I'm telling you, it's demographics. It's the same in Britain. Because we've got absolutely hideous demographics. That's why they're like, oh, why have all these young men come in who are of like fighting age? It's not fighting age, it's working age. Fools. They're doing it because fucking they need the people to fucking work, because we're not making enough people. And it's as simple as that. People don't want to fucking have it because people want to have their cake and eat it too. But there we are. Global populations aren't increasing, they're getting older. That's all. And we're all going to be fucking paying for it. That fucking... No, that's better, I think. I'm not happy with how that is. I'm going to get my baby down. The mine's at 5 years old, in a crust. Yes, get him told. Africa, that's where all the young people are. That's because people don't live to old age. That's why. Witches rule. Canada's population is certainly increasing. Africa, that's where all the young people are. People in my age 20s don't see a bright future, so children seems like a doomed endeavour. Well, they can't fucking afford them, that's why. Hello, Rich. Hello, Pat Lester. Scent of the Days, Amber Supreme. Somebody mentioned it before. It's a rainy day today, so I wanted a nice ambergris fragrance. That and Encens Mythique are wonderful in the rain. Encens Mythique's fantastic, and I haven't worn it in forever. Terrible, really. I'm fighting hard in France, 2 in the basement right now, says Brody. Anyone try Puichas Sybaris? Early Marias, it appears. I haven't tried it, but I'd like to. Well, if England gets rid of their immigrants, the economy going to fall apart. It will fall apart, you're exactly right. And yet everybody kicks off about it. You know what I mean? That's absolutely obscene. It's, Jeremy did another insane cocaine-style unboxing video today. There's a surprise. I love Audrey's voice. It has a relaxing quality. Stays spaced out. Fahrenheit today. It's very cold here, says Audrey. Are you wearing Fahrenheit? Outrageous. I want to try OG Rien. It's very similar to the new one, to be fair. I don't think there's much of a difference. Like, yes, Gigi Rava, top scorer in Italian football, isn't he? Got to get a hold of a sample of Encens Mythique. Any US friends know a website? Oh, Fahrenheit insane. Is it true that in England most of the GDP comes from foreign students? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're wrong. Most of the GDP of Britain comes from the city of London, like, because we love to wash dirty money. Britain is afloat on the world's dirty money. I've got vintage poison in my hair, though. It won't go away. Big monster. How did you get vintage poison in your hair? Is it the hair mist? Oh. Sorry, I'm just reclaiming some hydration. I'm going to put you on there and see if you stick. Oh. Yes, you did a little bit, didn't you? Friends, it's that time. Would you like to like the stream? Have you been thinking about liking the stream, but you haven't yet? Please, allow me to invite you to like the stream. What do you think? What did you think of Antaeus Sport Cologne when you had it? I thought, right, if I'm going to wear Antaeus, I might as well just wear Antaeus. I didn't think there was much point in the Sport Cologne. I mean, it's good. It's better than most stuff, but I might as well just wear Antaeus. It's the same with the Koros. Had all those Koros flankers, and I was like, what's the fucking point? Fahrenheit smells like petrol to me. Yes, I sent a sample of that to Brooke. Welcome, Bry. Brits love dirty money football and drinking beer with the lads. Says Bjorn, London. Do you know what it is? There's less young people drinking now than ever before. And smoking. Hardly any of the kids smoke. There's like you'll always have people who will drink, but the pubs are dead. Social drinking's dead. You've got like a generation, like my generation of people who are like maintenance alcoholics sitting in the house. Oh, excuse me. London loves washing Russian and Middle Eastern money. Absolutely it does. It rubbed off my neck into my hair. I apply on the back of my neck too. Yeah, I did that today. I realised I don't care about Amouage at all. Have 3 samples and don't use them at all. Rather give them away. So strong. I'm not a big Amouage fan, to be honest. Hey, got a sample for Decat X of Encens Mythique last week. I made a complete mess, super gluing the charm back on my black XS. Coworker stupidly touched it and detached it. Downhill it went. Decat X, I've licked the string. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh no. Amouage is pure Arabian style Habibi, says Nick. Strong oud vibes. I'm interested in Body Koros the most. I've decided to give Body Koros another chance this spring. I've put it into the spring and summer rotation. We'll see how it goes. I could bathe in oud, says Nick. Oh, awesome. They have Bellamy Vetiver as well, which I also want to try. I love the first formulation of Fahrenheit EDT. Yes. Koros is the dirty bad boy, while Antares is the well-groomed gentleman. Have you had a streamlighting experience with lively touches? Leave a comment so we can find out. Does Amouage use real oud? If it does, it's not very much. Everybody smokes weed in Brooklyn. It sounds like some kind of TV show, doesn't it? Bellamy Vetiver is great, says Sadudin. One of the best leather fragrances ever made. Would you consider retrying Amouage frags? On paper, you should love them, the old ones, not the new shite. Maybe. Not a... This stream could have been coming to you in the dark today, friends. Because the power was out, and it wasn't great. I do not recommend losing power. I don't recommend losing power, losing craft or strength. Oliver Bullow's Butler to the World is a great book on Britain's dirty money business. Yes, you commit the crime and we'll hide it for you. Would you consider? No, I wouldn't. I like Beach Up Man, but it's so strong and long-lasting. Beach Up Man is nice. Also, Reflection Man is an easy in the house. It's an easy entry in the house. That's something I want to try. Jasmine Floral done in a masculine way. I heard there's a lot of Poles in England. Used to be. They all went home when we fucking exited the European Union. Everybody fucking told the country that it was the immigrants' fault, and now we have more illegal immigration than we've ever had. And everybody who voted for Brexit is leaving because they are, well, they're not scum. That's a bit harsh. But they should be forced to stay and live with the consequences of their actions. That's my opinion. If it's unsafe and you are scared, you should have made a better decision. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. How frequent is it? Only Joy Amin talked about power cuts. It's not that frequent anymore. It used to be when I was younger. When I was younger, you could guarantee about 3 or 4 power cuts every winter. Can't stand Reflection. Love the minty vibes in Beach Up Man. We love Poles. I like Poles. I've never had a bad experience with the Poles. Do shine I like those notes. I don't like Reflection Man. PK, it's worth the price. Brexit absolutely screwed us over. Absolutely it did. Especially the young'uns, everybody under the age of 50. Not going to lie, immigration can be a delicate topic, especially people can call you racist. And people can call you racist for all sorts of things. Excuse me. racism, usually. People voted for Brexit for anti-immigration reasoning and nothing else. Everyone blinded. It was just a bad idea. I'm old, so I still keep candles ready for power cuts. Well, my nargile candle is finite. Finite. I need to start a new candle. If the power goes out tonight, I will not be impressed. But look, here it is. It's finished. All gone. A little bit of wax left in it. Still smells nice. Anise is a sexy top note, says Nick. Are there any Balkans immigrants into England? Yeah, probably. Jubilation 25, says Saduddin. What a great fragrance. It's definitely the top of the Armour Watch. Yeah, I think it's probably still their best fragrance. And it's hard to top. It's hard to top that. You know? Polska's taking over the high street. I'll tell you what's taking over the bloody high street. Coffee shops. They're fucking everywhere. Goodbye, Audrey Jane. Thank you for coming. I hope Bebe as well. I need a Ganymede decant. You can get them from loads of places. You can get samples of those. Out brief candles, says Pat Lester. Yes. Actually, that Amber Nargile candle, that Nargile candle was not brief. That's stuck around since before Christmas. Excuse me. Where are you from, Spaced Out, says Nick. Welcome, Vic. Hello, Sandra. I love me an overpriced coffee, says Nick. Vintage Opium Pour Rum ADP in the blue casket has an amazing anise top note. I've got some of that. The Love Beneath says, wish I could try Followed. I've tried Followed and I was not happy. I say I wasn't happy. It's not that a case of being happy. I didn't like it. I think it was very good. Just verbose and overcooked and just too much. It's got this fucking horrible herbal sour spice thing at the top, which is just a bit rancid, you know? Massively rank. Rich, you're going to do a video on Opium Pour Rum? Probably. Could do at some point. I was going to review Volutes until I realised, I think it was Pradeep told us that I'd already reviewed it. I was like, oh. Okay. What's the biggest size decant you can get on Perfume? Oh, Croatia, but I buy decants from Perfume. It's easy for me to send you that one. I hate that when herbal scents go wrong. Now it's just got this kind of warm, spicy horribleness. You know? Welcome, Joe Nathan. Favourite of the Roger Oods. I'm not a big fan of the brand, I'll be honest. Massively overrated in my opinion. Massively overpriced. Overrated's the wrong word. Overpriced is the right word. Really, 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 really expensive. Like, I was talking to Ramsey, and he was like, oh, Parfum de la Nuit 1, it's like $1,300. And I was like, pain. $1,300 for 100 mil. Be out. Be out. Horrible. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Did not enjoy Interlude Man, just smelled like burnt oregano. Yeah, because I hope Ramsey didn't retail. No, I think he got his for about 400, like. Rich, do you know what happened to Barry from Centralize? Not specifically, no, but I do know that he had, like, I don't know. I think it's the same thing with Brandon. I think just life got in the way, you know. But no, I don't know what happened to him, like, at all. Oh, Oud Satin Mood. I need to wear you at some point. Did you play any sports when you were young? Yes, all of them, most of them. Did not enjoy Interlude Man, just smelt the burnt oregano, says Nick. I'd enjoy Ganymede if it was a much lighter, more airy EDC or EDT. It's just not as good to me. Just not good as it is to me. No, I didn't like it either. Too much. It was too much. I hope he's fine. Nice chap. Yeah, he was sound, Barry. Did you play any sports when you were young? Yes. Yes, football, rugby, golf, swimming. Fucking used to walk everywhere. Loads of stuff. Hope he's fine, nice chap. Does anyone know what happened with most of actual Fragcom? What does that mean? Shannon, if you have to choose one vintage, Bellamy, Antaeus or Derby, which one will you choose? Rich, which fragrance in your collection do you best exemplifies old world or bygone days of the British Empire, says John. Bygone days of the British Empire would probably be something from Beaufort, London, because it smells like the boats, you know. Old world, probably something Chanel-y. Chanel-y's got that old world kind of thing. And taste makes me cringe, says Nick. It's a strange thing. Looking forward to a late night stream from Eugene on the weekend. He might do a late night stream tonight, you never know. Friends, I'm going to dehydrate, but I will be back. Please stick around. It'll be okay. Don't leave me. I will see you in a couple of minutes. Please hold. Oh. I had fucking 3 chips. Jesus. I had fucking 3 chips earlier and I fucking stole some off someone I was talking to. It was a friend, obviously. I don't just go around stealing food off people. But I was like, give me some of those. And I've got some tomato sauce on my top. I'm absolutely fucking gutted. Dropout, thank you very much for donating via coffee. You are too kind. I really appreciate it. Via coffee, you are too kind. Whoops-a-daisy. What happened there? Get some Montal strong oud. Don't get any Montals. Jesus. I advise against that. Anarchiste by Caron deserved more love. Can't stand Modern Antaeus. Awful stuff. I actually really like the Modern Antaeus. It's really good. I do. Parfum de Marly Perseus 2024 Ginger Grapefruit Vetiver Orange Box. How original. Ginger, grapefruit and vetiver, eh? Best of the MFK ouds. My favourite one is Oud Satin Mood, but I also like the original too. Oh, I found a Max with his mouth open. Welcome, Laura G. How are you? This is the owner of the cats which appear in the thumbnails. Laura G. They are her cats. That's who I was telling you about before. Oh. It's too sweet. Reformulation was mediocre. MFK ouds are on the tame side. The West nude. Yes, that's right. That's some Montel strong who don't get on. Who tried Rochas Man Intense? Not me. Kirk even worse than Dimashi and Dior. It's how do you improve on mediocrity? Laura J is famous, that's right. Are you safe and well? I am safe and well. Mum's staying in hospital tonight, and I am at home by myself. I have locked all the doors and all the windows, so hopefully I'll be fine. You know, the ghosts have laid off. I think they've taken sympathy on us. And I have the stream to keep me company. So that's fun. I will be texting you if I get scared. Don't worry. The purring cat is gone at least. I do not own a duck. That is a shame. You should get a duck. 2 cats, 1 parrot, a loud dry duck. Yes, that's right. Oh, I found a Max and a duck. Actually, it's the black cat now. I am good. We are famous. I cancelled my order of Amouage Tar when the eBay seller let it on was a decant. Bit off not to say in the eBay description. That is cheek. Rich, did you see Girl On has repackaged the Odorient line? Queer Intense is in the new line. Hopefully Amber Eternelle is brought back. But will they have reformulated it? Is it the cat and the duck? Duchamp, very nice information about the Bellamy. The pairing cat is gone. And Taste is the best thing Chanel have, I think. Yeah, I would be hard pressed to disagree with you. And Taste is pretty amazing, like. Did you get your package, Carl? A few absolute audience will be axed and the rest move to a new line, says Spaced Out. Well, there's a surprise from Girl On. Girl On do that shit all the time. Doug, I really owe you. Thanks for discovering Bois de Turkey. It's really special stuff, says James. I love it. It's fantastic. 2 cats, 1 parrot, a loud dry duck. Yes, he is loud, to be fair. I think Bois Mysterio is gone, and not a moment too soon. Not a fan. Guerlain will release Derby in 2024, says Vic. Are you sure? Curtijan living the dream, Dior clothes, bonus, travel in the name of inspiration, publicity, pump out a redundant one now and then. Laura J is wearing Guerlain today. Which one? Which one? Which Guerlain? The Bosco Vanilla. I thought that was quite nice, actually. You're just objectifying those thumbnail cats for their bodies. You could at least tell us their names, their hobbies, their hopes and dreams. I'm not sure. I think that they do have dreamies. They hope for cuddles, that's true. A belly rub and some food. Dream about dreamies. Dreamies. And Lionel likes a head scratch. He loves head rub. There's a ginger cat, right? There's a ginger cat that lives in the hospital that I go to, and I was stroking it last week, and I gave it bum rub, not its actual hoop, but like just above the tail, and I was giving it bum rub, and I thought it was enjoying it. But it turns out it wasn't. And it tried to bite us. The nasty little shit. That's ginger cat activities, though. Ingrate. Bosca Vanilla. Has anybody else tried Bosca Vanilla? I keep telling you, stream at my house and stream the cats. We should. We should get them in the cozy nest. What would you recommend if I love Musc Ravageur but wish it was slightly more animalic? Well, it's a vanilla and musk perfume. So, probably this. Absolute Paula Soir. But it's hard to find. Welcome, Christoph. I would get that, but it's not easy to find, and it's incensey, a little bit incensey. It's a little bit incensey. It's very animalic, and it's lovely. Are all your perfumes laid out on the desk in front of you? Says Nick. No, the autumn and winter selection are, and I've got some of them in a drawer beside me. But the spring and summer ones are in a different drawer, waiting to be released in 6 weeks, 5-6 weeks. Not long left now, friends. It's flown by this time. People in the office say they know when I'm in work as they can smell me. And you smell lovely. Bosca Vanilla. I would wear that. I wouldn't be averse to wearing Bosca Vanilla. It's really nice. Joe Nathan, you can try Vintage Koros. You could try Vintage Koros, but it's very different from Musc Ravageur. Would you rather wear 10 sprays of Koros or wear YSL myself? I'd rather wear 100 sprays of Koros. Welcome, Andrej Kucha. Is Vintage GIT a big difference to the modern version? No. Nick Walker, thoughts on Dylan Blue? Utterly shite. Sandra B. Bosca Vanilla is similar to Armani Privé Bleu Turquoise. Dear me, I'll try and speak. Blue Turquoise. But I prefer Blue Turquoise, which is stronger. Andre is wearing Dior Homme Parfum. Ooh, shout out to Peter Kokorin. If you're watching, mate, he's in hospital. Had a particularly nasty incident on Saturday night, I think it was, and was pretty poorly, very poorly, like scarily poorly. And I've been messaging him today. So if you're listening, Peter, I hope you're all right, mate, and I hope you get well soon. I'd come and visit you, but, you live 300 miles away, so I'm not going to do that. But bloody hell, stick with when, fuck's sake. When I've just found you, don't leave us. Ooh. Utterly shite. It is so bad, Nick. It's so bad. It's a terrible fragrance. Stefan, I don't think there is a massive difference. I think GIT is one of the ones that's held up the best, actually. But the vintage one's always going to be a bit better. And it probably is a bit better, but it's definitely one of the ones that's held up the best. But that's not necessarily saying much, because the other ones have been so bad. They've been so badly handled. It's really sad what they've done to them. Have you tried Followed by Kerosene? Romanians hype this fragrances on groups all day. I believe it's a nice coffee scent. The second one, Followed, yes, I have. I don't like it. It's a bit nasty. It's a bit nasty for me, but you might love it. You never know. If other people love it, fair play to them. But if you're asking me my opinion, oof, I much prefer the original one. I really do. A lifestyle not for sale says drop the link. There's no link to drop. I'm streaming through YouTube. Pradeep says, I am yet to buy my first Creed. Saved a fortune, to be fair. You know? You've saved a fortune. Heck, I wouldn't even buy or sell myself to a friend or cousin. I would throw that stuff in the bin. Like, it's awful. Myself is just a hoax, says Vic. It's a sexy, versatile fragrance, quote to Jeremy Fragrance. Jeremy Fragrance would tell you that he wore women's underwear if you gave him enough money. Myself smells like laundry detergent to me, says Christoph. Paris will wait a little bit more. I'm going to Slovenia, Salzburg, and Vienna for a holiday. Oh, that sounds quite nice. I would like to go to Vienna, I must admit. Vintage Cool Water is very similar to modern GIT, says Stefan. That's interesting. Dylan Blue failed. The Sauvage Bite quelled the Blue de Chanel mix. Let's meet in Vienna, Rich. I will meet you in Vienna, Christoph. In vanilla? We can meet in vanilla as well if you want. Well, I'll meet you in Vienna. One day I will sort out my passport. Rich, I will call you from there. Nice. Let's meet in vanilla too. Yes, let's. That'll be fun. Just like in this big vanilla pod, me and Christoph having the time of our lives. Fantastic. How was Bois de Portugal held up? Haven't smelled it. My Bois de Portugal's stunning. I love it. Big frag meet up with Eugene. Eugene would have to come to me. I couldn't go to Canada. I couldn't hack it. Let me know when you're going to Vienna so I can book myself a flight. I will do, mate. I would like to start going out. I had a conversation with the nurse, the rheumatology nurse today, and she was saying, how's your new medication going? And I was like, do you know what it is? It's actually going quite well. Like, if I think about it, like, in the main, you know, I mean, I'm still ill sometimes, but more often than not, I feel all right, actually. I feel all right. So that's fun and good. And she was happy and I was happy. You know, so, yes. Not going to lie, I really like the Givenchy Gentleman Society new release. It's simple and versatile. We've all got to have a nice, simple, versatile fragrance. Excuse me, sorry. Hello, Paul Schutz. Samples on their way to my doorstep from Shy Mimosa. Exciting times. I need to get some of them as well. DMS. I've used Shy Mimosa before. They're quite good. I had to become friends with a man who pretends to be a duck on YouTube for him to give me access to a Frenchman in Japan to get a hold of my Ante Sport cologne. That is some deep shit. That is absolutely spot on, Carl, mate. You're right. Somebody messaged me on eBay yesterday. I swear to God. Somebody messaged me on eBay yesterday. eBay of all places, right? And they said, hi, is this the same Rich Mitch mentioned by YouTubers? And I was like, it is. Hello. I don't know how I felt about that. I was like, I stated the factually correct answer. I was like, yes, I think so. I'm eBay famous, says Christoph. That's right. I'm eBay famous. I didn't know how to deal with that. I was like, what? I was feeling all sorts of feelings. That's a very strange thing. It's a very strange thing to be confronted with. And then he said, I have been asking around and seems you might be the best person to answer. Where are the best places like pharmacies to get scents in London and other than eBay? What sites are good? I have heard most of the discounters, Max Aroma, Sea Scents and all the other ones. But do you know of any sites that sell rare and vintage scents? Hoagies are sometimes good, but that's once in a blue moon. So I imparted some wisdom to him. And then he said, thanks for your advice. And I was like, no problem, my G. Godspeed. I am happy if anybody comes to me and says, hi, could you help us? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Just don't step to us and be like, hey, tell me everything. Because I'll be like, no, I won't tell you everything. In fact, I won't tell you anything. I deny everything. I may be famous. I too had to befriend a duck too to get my cologne concentrate. I think the latest formulation has a gold cap. My bottle's the black and gold one before it. Whenever I buy a perfume in France, people ask me whether it's for a duck, says Proddy. Very awkward moment, yet very wholesome for you, mate. Meeting a fan in the pharmacy. Well, he wanted to know about pharmacies and stuff, and I was like, pharmacies? Pharmacies? I don't really know any pharmacies where to buy stuff. To be honest. It's one I haven't been asked before. If I'm being totally frank. Oh, that has not gone on at all well, has it? Oh, that has not gone on at all well. Just settle. That's better. Okay. Rich Mitch, do you have a Fragrantica account? A Fragrantica account? I do have. You're also Fragrantica famous based on comment thread mention, says John. I have no idea about this. I do have a Fragrantica account, though. What do they say about me? Amber Kiso, mate, and you, says Brodeep. Does anyone know if the modern Alien is still good? Mugler. L'Oreal have got a hold of it now, so there's no guarantee that it will be. In fact, I would say it's almost a guarantee that it won't be. No, smells awful, says Laura G. There we go. Beau de Jour has been on my buy list for years. 6 years. Good grief. New Alien gives me a headache, says Laura. Oh, no. Laura has been sniffing aliens, and they gave her a headache. Jushin, that's the Balenciaga Paul Hom thread. Is it? It's so great, so uplifting. What is? Beau de Jour. Oh, I like it too. Laura does have a good nose, actually. I have an Alien I've had since 2010. That is vintage Alien these days. I mean, it's nearly 15 years old, that, isn't it? You know what I mean? Well, it's 14 years old, but you know what I mean. It's an older bottle, that. I think I want a bottle. Okay, older. You can still get, I wonder if Anujit's got any. He might do. Been getting a lot of wear out of At the Barbers by Margiela. When it comes to Sauvage Elixir, you have to admit it has fantastic performance and amazing projection. Do I have to admit that? Could I just deny comment? I just say no comment. No comment, officer. I do think it's the best of the. I do think it's the best of the line, but I mean that's like picking your favorite murderer, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not ideal. I mean, you wouldn't want to get stuck with one. Laura has a secret collection. She keeps it hidden from Richie G. Must admit, I like Sauvage Elixir. Must admit, I don't. Metallic. Got Overture as a Platinum Egoist for me. Just a bit. Murder chat, says Laura G. Laura G likes a bit of true crime. Who's your favourite murderer, Laura G? Do you have one? Elixir gets compliments. El Sausage Elixir says. El Sausage. Sausage. Scent of the day is Lagerfeld Cologne. I can see my Lagerfeld Cologne. It's right at the back. I haven't worn it for a while. I don't know what I'm going to wear this week. I felt like wearing Tobacco Oud today. I know I felt like that because I have been thinking about it for a while. I thought I haven't worn you in a long time. Oh, it's so good. It's just so good. That patchouli, tobacco, dank, ambery, slightly spicy thing with a little bit of booze. A little bit of booze at the top. Fabulous. Woof. What a perfume that is. Sausage, definitely not a banger. Oh, good grief. DMS, well done. British jokes. Sauvage and potato. Open drawer, pick bottle, spray bottle on randomly, says Laura J. I don't believe in seasonal scents. Good grief, really? I've got an entire seasonal collection. You know? Oh, that's taken a lot better than the kerosene. That didn't sound very good. I'll just pick one from Base Notes wardrobe and go and find the actual bottle. It's easier for me. I want to review next, I wonder. Maybe music for a while. Nope, I go by mood and what outfit I have, says Laura. I don't. I kind of just go for like what I'm feeling that day, which varies massively, to be fair. Oh, I've got a bad lip. What's going on with my lip? I'm worried about this glue, you know. I'm thinking about this glue. I should have wiped the nozzle before I put the cap back on. I may have just done a bottle of glue in. Please don't be stuck on. Oh, that's good. You like to see that. Okay, I'm going to give it a wipe. I need to find a cloth. Let's find a cloth, friends. Maybe a throwaway cloth. Some kind of cloth that I'm not going to use again. Not that cloth. Should I use some toilet paper or is that a bloody stupid idea? I think it might be. I think it might be a bloody stupid idea, that. Oh, still smells potent. Good grief. What shall I do? Right, give us 2 seconds. I'm going to chance it with the bog roll. Let's see what you're all about then. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. 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 Right. Back on you go. You go down there. Oh. Well, that was easy enough. Didn't get any toilet roll in it. So I'm going to consider that job done. Eugene. Welcome, Eugene. Everyone is here. Eugene is here. How are we? I hope you are well, Eugene. People have been asking for a midnight stream again. Once upon a midnight streamy. Hey, does spring being... What? Laura G, does spring begin in the 1st of March or the 19th? It doesn't. It begins on the 1st. I don't like summer scents. Too boring. It can be, but it just makes it more interesting to try and find it. To try and find a spring, like a summer scent. You know, it's more of a challenge. Or a nice dress. It needs a nice dress smell. Nice dress pour homme. Nice dress pour femme. Ooh, pour homme. Because it can be chilly in summer and it needs a chilly day smell. It can be chilly in summer. These are British problems. Open drawer. I love me some Prada L'Homme in summer, says Nick. Agree with Laura. And if there is AC, what did you glue? These things you see before you I glued. This, this plate back onto the bottle, and this lid, it came apart here. So I glued that back in, and now it's fantastic. There are some weird summer scents that you might like if you're bored with the usual citruses. Yes, I'd like to try eau de celery. Got in touch with a Nuge today, and I was like, next time I buy a haul off you, could I buy some samples from Monsiage, get them sent to you, and then get them sent to me? Much love to Peter Kikoran. Yes, I said that as well, yeah. I do hope he's all right. Bloody hell. He was telling us today just the extent of how poorly he was, and I got a little bit scared, like, I can't be dealing with Peter hopping off this mortal coil. Fuck that. Think Les and Demodable colognes are nice for summer. They're brilliant for summer, to be fair. My Fougere Royale cap ripped off the atomizer seal. Oh, no. Yeah, mine did that, actually. The collar. Now you mention it. Yeah, it did. Fucking. There's some good fragrance for summer. My favourites are Acqua di Gio, Fico di Amalfi, and Mandorla di Sicilia. I like Mandorla di Sicilia as well. It's nice. Yeah, the chamomile note's fantastic. I like chamomile as well. There was a chamomile candle by Diptyque, and that was lovely. Eugene, I will listen to your message in half an hour. My favourite criminal is L'Oreal. They are pretty criminal, to be fair. Fougere Royale is absolutely amazing. It's fantastic, but I do prefer Beau de Jour. Is it the rose? Is it the Jamal Rose that's in the Deliric Skis? It's such a good rose scent in that one, says Cole. Much love to Peter Kikoran if he's watching. I have never refilled it. It's still the same one. I don't wear it very often, says Laura G. Sultan Pasha has a vintage, very old bottle of Fougere Royale. I hope it's in good shape. I'ma go find a Baymax and a lion and have a snooze. Good night, Laura G. Sleep well. I will text you after the stream. Eau de celery piqued my interest too. I remember Galen talking about it. What's your opinion on refill bottles? It's not a bad idea. It's just that you've got to be careful that they're going to do an evaporation on you. You know what I mean? Because that's just what fucking happens with them. Like it seems. But it sounds like a good idea. I'm all for the maximum use of like materials and stuff like that. Especially if they're glass. Like if it's glass, it's not going to deteriorate with perfume in it, is it? You know what I mean? Get ready for Eugene's stream. Here we go. Someone has supported me via coffee. Thank you very much. You are too kind. I eventually liked my 13 sample. He sniffed 13 bubbles in a town a couple of times, says Bob. Beau de jour is sensational. What's your opinion on refill bottles? If you were strolling through the markets of Cairo during the summer of 1937, what fragrance would you wear? A Guerlain cologne? I imagine it would smell a bit like Lead Desert Marocain, but why 1937 and not 1938 or 1936? Was there something particular about that? The new Hermes Essence is also refillable. It's also an EDP. So we need to keep an eye on that one, friends. Do we not? Eugene, do you like vintage Kalesh? Says Duchamp. I like it as much as I like you, Duchamp. Glue something if you want to see 79 again. I will not bow to the mob. I want to try Fougère Noir. Who makes Fougère Noir? If I was strolling through the markets, would you wear a Guerlain cologne? The problem is, if you did, you'd have to reapply it every 20 minutes. You know what I mean? Everyone would think you were a dickhead reapplying your, like spraying yourself with perfume. Rome is the mob. Britain has that aspect to it as well. You know? Britain has a mob mentality sometimes. In fact, a lot of times. The court of public opinion, we call it. But it's essentially the mob. It's how we get people to do things. You know? I got it confused with Chamard EDT. I've got 2 bottles of vintage Kalesh EDT. Lol, says Nick. Might wear Penhaligon's Lord George tomorrow. Eugene, what's your favourite fragrance? My God. I'm getting all kinds of fucking... all kinds of messages. What is going on? Whoa. Hope the house doesn't blow down. Touch wood. Jesus. I was really let down by the new 4 Hubigants. Yeah, I did a video about them. I wasn't a massive fan either, mate. They were a bit yikes. I don't know what Eugene's favourite fragrance is. Excuse me. I know he's got favourites. I know that he's got, like, a squad. I don't know that I want to call it a squad. I know that he's got a few. He's like most of us. I mean, there are a few people who have got an absolute favourite, but once you get a big collection, you become kind of reticent or like resistant to call any one perfume your favourite in case the other perfumes can like hear you. You know what I mean? You want to keep them all kind of happy, but I do have like a top band where Balenciaga, Pour Homme, and Amber Sultan, and Tobacco Oud, and Antaeus, all of that kind of thing live, you know? Excuse me, bloody hell. Woof. So many favourites, Bjorn. Mitsuko and 19 among the top. Yeah. 19 is Ice Queen's signature scent, top 10 lists, or a mockery of perfume. Yes, you can do a top 10 every once in a while. It's just they just take the piss. Do you know what I mean? They just take the fucking piss. Oh no, what have I done? Sorry, friends. What do we have? Vintage number 19, Cristal EDT, Pour Monsieur EDT. My favourite Chanel, says Nick. I am sorry, excuse me. Why am I yawning so much? Clearly I must be tired. Nothing special in number 10. People like it just because of 10 fingers on the hand, says Dushan. It's not a bad shout, that, actually, Dushan. It's pretty profound, that, actually. I think Montel fragrances are overrated. They are a sweet mess. They're just terrible. They're just terrible, terrible. It's not even perfume. It's just a smell. You know? It's just a smell. It's not good perfume. The mob requires top 10s. Yes, they do. Top 20 is where it's at, says Brody. Montel got some Arabian scents. Why do I keep yawning like a madman? What is this? A pantheon of fragrance, if you will. I certainly will. Thank you, DMS. I appreciate you asking. I will. Absolutely, I will. Lack of oxygen. Oh. It's past your bedtime, says Lily. It's not past my bed. Excuse me. I've got at least another 20 minutes left in us. I am going to be putting up for sale on my eBay soon, my friends, these. These are my Surge Lutonists. One is Borneo 1834. One is Quilmaresque. I'm going to just put these very carefully somewhere. We're boring the duck, says PK. I'm more scared that I'm boring you, to be fair. Oh! Let's just put you in here very carefully, shall we? There you are. And here you go as well. Although you seem to have stuck a lot better. Yes, you have. Sorry, I talk to me perfumes like they're fucking pets. You know. Also, does anybody want to buy Oud and Month? I like the minty note in it. I just don't like the fucking. I don't like the rest of it. Got my vintage Equipage partial. I do like that. And it's got that outrageous geranium thing going on in it. Ooh. Yes, friends, if you would like to like the stream, please allow me. Selling Surge, huh? Just these Surges. Surge Lieutentism. I will check it out. No, mine are little 19mm splash minis from the late 70s, early 80s. I've got a couple of them. Splash it on and then immediately put my shirt on. Helps it last much longer. I like the stream, says Nick. Chanel number 19, new formulation any good, says Nick? Probably. Chanel take good care of their fragrances. They're a good brand. For all the shtick we give them. Well, we don't give them shtick, we give them stick. For all the stick we give them, for all the grief, they're still a top brand perfume wise. Oh, you are so patchouli. Me patchouli. Shtick. Big shtick. Last Cristal EDT I tried was pretty excellent. Not sure it's the latest one. Yes. TL fell off the cliff a long time ago. Who's TL? Tuscan leather. Alright. Layuka Wham is very cheap. Don't worry, Bob. We have it here. I must admit, I was quite impressed with Layuka Wham. Probably the best cologne I've ever smelled, like. And I mean, it's not a high bar, let's be honest. Like, clones are shit. But the Yucca Worm smells more like Tuscan leather than Tuscan leather does. And I remember George from the Fragrance Apprentice saying there was a fragrance called Milestone, which smells more like vintage Millésime Impérial than modern Millésime Impérial. You know? Creed have bastardized themselves, that's what that says. What's your opinion on Aqua de Parma? Pretty underrated niche house. They have a lot of good fragrances. I kind of agree. I wouldn't say they've got a lot of good fragrances, but they do have good fragrances. You know? Some of them, the stuff that comes in the blue bottles, you know, that Mediterranean line. Fico di Amalfi is obviously famous. I've got Mandorlo di Sicilia, which I hardly ever wear, which is a shame, but I love the smell of it. Smells like almond ice cream. It's got a cold vibe to it. But an ambery warmth. It's creamy. That's probably the best way of putting it. I really like that one. I should dig it out and wear it more often. But yes, Aqua de Parma is a good house. I do like them. Mandorlo is a summer gourmand, a rare thing, says Nick. Yeah, it smells like ice cream. If you smell it, it's got that cold, out of the freezer ice cream thing going on, you know? And not cheap ice cream either. Good, quality Italian ice cream. I do love Italian perfumery. It's probably my favourite style. You know what I mean? I like a lot of things Italian. If I could learn another language, I'd probably learn Italian and go and live there. If they'd have us, which I don't think they would. But Mandorlo di Sicilia is a gourmand. Well done. Done well. Not overly sweet. Yeah. I've got it. I've got a bottle of it. Please hold. Ooh, I need to get these up on eBay at some point. Cedro de Taormino is nice. Loads of them are. The bergamot one's really nice. Rich, you like the sharpness of Italian fragrances. I like the warmth. LVMH takes quite good care of Aqua de Parma, says Giro. I mean, to be fair, that's a rare thing. I can tell you. That is a rare thing for LVMH to take care of anything. Bastards. I mean, they're better than L'Oreal. I've said that. They are better than L'Oreal, so. We are going on a trip, my friends. A trip into my backup. Look at all of these. These never even get a mention. Terrible scenes, really. What do we have down here? Here is an amen. Praise the Lord. Oh, sugar and spice. What else do we have down here, friends? We have another amen. A 30ml. What else do we have? This is brilliant. Ferrari Cuvée. It's a really good fragrance, that. I have Monsieur Couturier. Whoops. Have my vintage Aqua de Parmas. Aqua de Colonia Etros. I beg your pardon. Dear me. I'll put my fucking teeth in, will I? Got my vintage Guerlain Vetiver Eau de Toilette. I think that's the gold cap version, I want to say. My vintage Quorum. That shit will give you a rash. It's got that much oak moss in it. Good grief. My backup of Encens Flamboyant. Lily the Rano Zerjoff, you rascal. Here is my Zaharoff signature, which I paid for, so fear not. I actually really like this stuff. I think it's fucking really good, like. Zaharoff signature pour homme. It's the original one. Ooh! Here is my Ambre Fetiche. Fabulous, this stuff. Eve! When would you call a perfume vintage? When would I call a perfume vintage? 20, 25 years? or if it's the previous formulation of something. It's not really a hard and fast rule, like, you know. Here is a egoist. Here is a full silver stem, 100ml. Excuse me. Irish mouse. Do you like a bit of Irish mouse? Of course you like a bit of Irish mouse. Guilty pleasure. Hilfiger. Oh. Oh, that reminds me of a fucking very particular time in my life which I enjoyed thoroughly. Here is a Cristal Vintage, a little flacon desi tester. I think I picked that up off a Nuge. Infusion Dom. This is a fragrance which I should wear a lot more of, but I don't, which is silly. Vulgari Man. Here is a backup of Himalaya by Creed, which is fucking great stuff. Here is Santos de Cartier. I forget what you are. Excuse me. Sorry, everybody. I know that you're feeling a little bit wobbly there. What version are you? What version are you? How do I get into you? Oh. Yeah, 50ml of... I don't know what you are. I'll deal with you later. Whoops. I've got the leather Cartier. This is the cologne. No, this is the whatchamacallit. Sorry. It's hard doing this when you've got one hand holding the camera. Oh, bollocks, I'm not doing that. Can't be arsed. I have a vintage Guerlain vetiver, which looks like a mini, you know, like a Baby Bell. I think it looks like one of them. I've got this. Gianni Marco Venturi Uomo. I've got an Ambra Fetiche, a partial. I would like more. If anybody has any more Ambra Fetiche, I would like to get more vintage Ambra Fetiche if anybody is there. That is my Sandalo. That's beautiful. That is the Ambra, which is also beautiful. Here is my Guerlain vetiver, also beautiful. Got my vintage Tuscan leather. My vintage Tuscan leather. Well, it's not vintage, but it's the older formulation. A46. Oh no, the lid's coming off. Got an old bottle of Paco Rabanne lurking. I intend to wear that a bit more this spring. What's down here, you say? A lot of opium. This is where I keep my opium, friends. Don't tell anyone. Don't tell the police. Opium, 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 opium. There's a few more. There's a few more things. I've got me opium pour homme in the flacon. It's far too much perfume. Far too much. Silly. I should let a lot of this stuff go. I shall get in touch with Richie G. Here is one of those little 19ml. This is number 22. I also have... Oh no. I also have 1988 Premiere Edition of Vintage Green. I should wear that, actually. I should whip that out and wear it. There's my shaker bottle, which will stay down here. I've got 2 Tsars. I've got 3 Tsars, actually, if you want the truth. Because there's another one. I've got an Aramis 900. I've got some vintage opium. Oh my god! Right, that's that. I've had enough. I've got another drawer full of stuff as well, actually. Sorry about that. The camera work was pretty Blair Witch. Blair Mitch. The Blair Mitch Project. Grief. Oh, there was a nice vetiver. A bit smoky for me. Is there any noticeable difference in the early Cartier Santos out of France versus the bottles from Italy? Probably. Have you read The Great Italian Perfume? Yeah, I was going to say I've got a bottle of it. I've got the book. Where's your uncut gem? Where it deserves to be. In the shop, unpurchased. My favourite Aqua de Parma is Colonia Essenza. Yes, I like that one too. What's your eBay, says Bricks Matrix? My eBay is... What is my eBay? My eBay is Rich Mitch, Rich Mitch. So it's just me name twice, all one word. Rich Mitch, Rich Mitch. Contact me there if you wish to talk. Somebody did that this week. It was very unusual. I felt famous. 20 years is base notes vintage. Hello, interference. First iteration or something before 2000. Ah, your man in black looks like mine. Yeah, the lid sort of came off. I need that first vetiver, says Duchamp. Big boy of Tuscan leather. That's a lot of narcotics. It's a lot. Eef. I always wondered, don't mind me asking, if the quality declines over the years or if the scent changes a lot. Not if you look after them, no. Lily so badly wants to organize my stuff. My stuff it's like it's organized in my mind. You've got to step back from it, you know. You've got to see it in like the whole, the round, the main, you know. Oop, excuse me. Sorry. There we go. Well, outrageous. Sorry, I'm just got me attention divided, which means I'm absolutely hopeless. Too much fragrance? You mean not enough? Well, I have actually shrank my collection considerably over the last 12 months and before, you know. So I mean, there's a few things that I'm looking at those opiums and I'm thinking, do I really need all those opiums? Not really. So I might part with a couple, you know. Have you tried Kenzo EDT Intense? Very unique summer fragrance. No, but I have. What I have done. Welcome, Sultan. How are you? What I have done is I had the vintage Kenzo Pour Homme in the incredible bottle, which I then sold. Because I just kind of feel like, I don't know, I feel backed up. Which is ironic, considering how many backups I've got, you know. But yes, I would like to sell some more perfumes. I would like to sell some more perfumes, so I might go through. My my collection and put some more stuff up for sale. If you live in Britain and there's anything you've seen that you heard us say I might want to part with. Now I can't sleep. Saying all those gems. Are you excited? Thank you for contributing. Drop out. I really appreciate it. Turn on, tune in, drop out. Donated via coffee. They are very kind. And I appreciate it greatly. Proud of you say sell, sell, sell. Yes. I will. There are many perfumes that still need to be found new homes, my friends. Places where they can go and be worn and be merry, you know? And be merry. It's a lot of perfume in it. Strange, do you ever think about the times when you only had like one or two perfumes and you think, I used to wear a full bottle regularly, you know? Strange, different times. Very different times. I always wondered, why do some Arab perfume houses do a lot of clones? It's part of the, I don't want to say it's part of the culture. I just think that they see an opportunity to make some money. Overpriced designer stuff, copy it, sell it for cheaper. Rich, I got my decanter curb by Mona Diorio. I love it. Tried Eris again today and I've got an itchy back. Oof. I think the thing with Arab clone houses as well is that they don't have to adhere to IFRA rules. So they don't have to worry about, but I mean, there's going to be a big problem for them because they're not going to be able to sell to the American market soon. Because the Americans are going to be a lot more stringent in their regulation of said chemicals, dangerous chemicals. It's the Wild West, or the Wild Middle East, if you will. Oh, excuse me whilst I hydrate. Dushan says I should send a spy to Ifra. Spy. An Arab perfume house got a copyright from Tom Ford. Yes, that's right. He wasn't happy, was he? He was not happy. Not happy in the slightest. Oh dear. It's a synthetic society. I think they're trying to push the whole synthetic, like, captive molecule thing rather than, well, I mean, you can copyright synthetic captive molecules. You can't do that with natural ones. So that's probably what they're trying to do. It's all about rights management, isn't it? You know what I mean? How can we... They're doing it with video games. Like, they're saying, like, people don't pay enough for their video games now, and it's like, who the fuck do you think you are? They're talking about how you have to fucking... You're going to have to start paying to, like, pass levels soon, which is just disgusting. You know, they should be stopped. All companies clone other perfumes, an issue about a series, even Roger copies from others. I mean, especially Roger copies from others. That's the whole thing about Roger, isn't it? Everybody says that he just rips off other people's perfumes. You know? That is a major problem for Roger. He has rumours hanging over him that he essentially stole the Guerlain cookbook, which is a bit naughty. Is it not? do a great job at copying fragrances. I would always buy the original. I don't understand the clamour for clones. I don't understand the clamour for clones at all. Like, it's just not something I would get involved. I mean, I understand the price thing, but I mean, the quality's just not there. I've never smelled one that I thought was good, apart from the rare occasion where something like Yucca Wham smells, but that's a case of like a brand like Tom Ford bastardizing their own fragrance. Do you see similarities with Dead of Night and The Night? I don't think I've smelled. I don't think I've smelled Dead of Night. A very good cook boot to steal if ever there was one. Well, yes, if you're going to do it properly. God, Christ, yes, absolutely. Gabriel Cadiz. Thoughts on Parfums to Nikolai's house? Welcome, Gabriel. I hope you are well, Gabriel. I've got to be honest, I did not care for Parfums de Nikolai. I would like to see her at Girl On, because she is a girl on, but the stuff I've smelled from them just isn't. I always felt everything was too powdery. Was it Baikal leather? I like Baikal leather. I thought that was nice. Even if it was a bit sharp. But it just wasn't for me. Although I do accept that they make good quality stuff. Like, I'm not saying they're bad perfumes. I just didn't like them, you know? There's a big difference. Like, Yucca Wham is an insane clone, says Nick. Taif El Amarat makes good copies from Bodicea. Even the copy their luxury bottle in a good way. Ooh. Somebody else has supported me. I've had 3 people donate today. Thank you very kindly. You are too good to me. I do not deserve this kindness. Pardon me. Paroli says, you don't like Eris, Pradeep. I'm not fully getting the vintage style punch that the brand talks about. Even MXXX is very tame. I used to be anyway. Don't know about now. Patricia must be relieved to have started Nikolai instead of taking the head perfumer job at Girl On. Welcome, Miles Sense. Rich, send StreamYard. It's not on StreamYard, mate. I'm not streaming on StreamYard. I am streaming through YouTube, and there isn't a link. You can't share. You've got to. It's very strange. You can't just throw the link out. So I'm not on StreamYard. Sorry. I rarely do that. I only ever do it when I've got like Dura Rose on, or when I had Audrey Jane on. If I ever have Eugene on, which would be fun. Imagine. Heck, even Mont Blanc Explorer is a better fragrance than Club de Nuit. Of course, you deserve kindness. Thank you, Eugene. I'm going to listen to Eugene's message in a minute. Well, here he is. Welcome, Miles Sense, though. How are you? I'm growing more fond of Patchouli Intense. Might get a bottle. I think she did a banging job on Patchouli Intense, says Gabrielle. Tried the Nikolai, and besides New York, I only like their O series. Very powdery, very, very powdery. That's what I kind of... That's kind of what I can't drop the link, Bob. I've just said, mate, I can't. I'm not using StreamYard. Just streaming through YouTube, really. So, not really much, unfortunately. Oof, got an itchy finger. Sure, that's a sign of something. Well, it's a sign I've got an itchy finger, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I wasn't hugely impressed with the Parfums in Nikolai personally. It wasn't for me, like. So anyway. Okay, friends. I am going to go. I've done my 2 hours. Thank you for keeping me company tonight, whilst I am alone in this old house by myself. I appreciate it greatly from you all. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for liking, commenting, and thank you to the people who have donated. You are too kind. You are all too kind. And I will see you all again soon. Good night.